Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think I have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
We won't stop. We will not stop.
Sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so right. It's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart. Doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now
See this?
I
How you cannot go
Baby,
again?
baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, how's everybody doing? You guys come on in. You guys come in when I just jump on in here. Because you know your girl slept until 4 o'clock p.m. I worked my butt off the other night, you guys. Yeah, trying to stay busy to stay woke. You know, it's all good. It is all good. I'm getting messages from my job and all kind of crazy stuff. What's up? Let me see. Let me give shout outs. Who's all in the building? Because we came in here. Diane Harris, what's going on? I usually call her Dana. But Diane, how's it going? Thank you for coming on in. She was first one in here. And then Nancy came on in, and then Lisa Taylor, she showed up. Zena showed up. She was like, what y'all finna do? What's going on? C6 Banks is in the building. Yep. Sanja Watts is in here. She said, what's going on? I'm missing Pooh Bear. Every time I see Sanja Watts, I think about, dang, Pooh Bear now. I picked him up from school last week, Friday. And, because his mama was tired and so I said, oh, I'll do it, I'll pick him up, whatever. And that's what I did. Was it Thursday? It was Thursday. We had a long day, and I took him to his mama. She was getting off work. But, giving her a little time out. She ain't got to do nothing. And Lisa Calhoun is in the building. How you doing, Jennifer? Jennifer, how are you? There's only but one Jennifer in here. She said, I miss Pooh Bear too. Yeah. It's all good. Diesel had went to the groomers over the weekend. So he's feeling good. His fur is so soft and everything. And he knows it too. He's got an attitude. But he let it be known. He missed Mama. He's like, Mama, why are you so tired? You drank. But you guys know that I'm not used to taking medication. And I told you guys this. This is all it is. I've never took medication in my life in 55 years. And then boom, all of a sudden, they got me on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different medications. And they work, but I got to get my sleep in because some of them makes me tired. But the headaches are going away. They're not as bad as they was. I was like, nah, my doctor don't know what she talking about because I'm trying to tell her my headache and she trying to say your blood pressure too high. It's the headaches. It's not my blood pressure. She's like, no, your blood pressure is probably making your head hurt. So let's work on this and see if that calm it down. And it has. I'm feeling better. I still can't lay down flat because I'm out of breath. I can't breathe. I don't know what it all is. It's just, you get older, your body starts breaking down. That's period. And everybody gonna have to go through it. If you ain't going through it, you will eventually. Like I said, I'm the type of person, they ain't got to worry about me and medication because I don't even want to take what the doctor's prescribing me. But I'm trying to do the best I can by taking what she gives me. And it seems to be working even if I have to. She said, we praying for you. Yes. But I'm feeling better. My head don't hurt today. I mean, I did have to sleep the whole day. I couldn't get up if I wanted to. I do normally sleep. I used to couldn't sleep. You got to think, you guys. I used to couldn't sleep. So I worked third shift because I couldn't sleep. But now, when I hit that bed, lights out, I go straight to sleep. And, my hubby don't wake me up. The dog don't wake me up. Nobody wakes me up. And I can sleep all day. And it's good because it allows me to have a better performance at work. I'm doing okay. I did get rolled up last week. But, was it last week? Yeah. Because this is a new week. Sunday, Monday. Okay, so yeah, I did get rolled up last week. I got rolled up about something I did wrong. It wasn't towards the patient. It was towards I wouldn't say, yeah, it wouldn't even be documentation. It's crazy, stupid stuff. It's something, I ordered something wrong. I put the wrong name on an order or something. That I was trying to order some medication or something. So you see how simple that is? I got rolled up. I don't, I hate to tell y'all, your girl, little bitty stuff like that means a lot to them, I say it's little because, it just gonna make me be a better nurse. Was I mad about it? Yeah, I didn't even look at the write-up. I was like, if she say I did it, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna argue with her. I'm not gonna argue with her because it is not that freaking serious to me. Why I say it's not? It is serious. I got a serious job. I get that. I understand that. What I'm saying is we all make mistakes. Okay? And that's, and that ain't the first time I got rolled up. I mean, at that place it is, but you know what I'm saying? And every write-up I've ever got was like some really chicken scratch. That's what I call it. I call it chicken scratch. And you know what they call chicken scratch is bull s, So, I wish I was in a position I could say, you know what? Y'all can have this job. And she, that's what I wish I could have said. I wish I could have said, you know what? I ain't even coming back. But I can't do that. We all, you can get rolled up on whether you're right or wrong. If my boss calls me all the time, I'm giving her a reason not to call me, right? I'm giving her a reason not to call me. So she says she wants more communication. I text, hey Bertha, hey Bertha, what's going on? Lisa Calhoun, she said facts. We all make mistakes. I made a mistake. I let my little guard down a little bit. Wasn't trying. I actually, when I come in, I'm trying to do 100. Every time I hit that door, I'm doing the best I can do. Because you got to remember, when you get older, like us, they not like us. They don't build them like us anymore. These kids, you can run circles around them, but you got to walk it out. You can't do that running no more, but you can walk circles around them because they definitely ain't trying to do nothing. They want something handed to them, these kids. They do. They really do. You got some of them that's going after it. It's all good. But, they don't make them, they don't make them like they, like how when we came up, we had morals and values and stuff. And even though we didn't get it when we was younger, we ended up getting it when we hitting our 30s and 40s. And now we hitting the back door of 50 and 60, it is what it is. You guys, I did look at something the other day. And, you remember when we were following the case of Ziyah? I can't remember the little girl's last name, Terrell. Ziyah. Y'all remember Ziyah? And what happened? Me and Papa, we jumped in the car and we drove on up there in Iowa. We drove to Iowa, you guys. I ain't never been to Iowa before. I was like, how long? I Googled it. I said, how long does it take? I know we lost. We lost. Oh, Tina, stop it. Girl, don't even talk about the Chiefs. Because I think somebody got sold out. But, yeah, we went to Iowa. Like I said, ain't never been to Iowa before. Didn't even know how to get there. But I guarantee you one thing. I said, well, we ain't got enough money to fly. But I guarantee you, I'm going to go get a car. I got a couple of days off. And then the weekend off. Okay, let's drive up there in the mid of the night. We could be there in the morning. We gonna switch drivers. So when I get tired, then you drive. You get tired, then I drive. And we were there, right? And I'm going to tell you something, you guys. Out of all the lives we've ever done, I really love going there, being in the present. Looked at, what was that monster name? Henry Dinkins. Dinkins. And was able to be there when they said guilty. And if I went back and watched it, they got it on Crime and Law Prime something it's called. And it's a little short version, but it tells you the whole story in like 30 minutes. And they go through the story. And I should have shut. I wish I was downstairs, you guys. I would have my camera on because my hair is done, my eyelashes are done, my face is done, and I'm looking marvelous. I'm just letting you guys know. I'm looking marvelous. Stinking dinking. She said stinking. She said stinking. Funky dinkins. Okay. So anyway, I went back over what they said because they just put it up. I think it said 2 weeks ago, and I said I want to see what they say. She said, "Let's see you." Yeah. Well, I'm upstairs. I don't want to go downstairs. It's cold downstairs. I'm upstairs, and I just came on because I want to talk about this little girl that's missing, you guys. And she's in Detroit. Now, I've been to Detroit before. No. I take that back. I've been to Chicago. I've been to Chicago. I'm sorry. I have not been to Detroit before. I'm sorry. I have not been to Detroit. But she said, turn your camera on and then turn your camera off. We want to say hi. Girl, Tina Powers. Now, you lost the Super Bowl. We lost big time, too. I mean, you can't even see my face we lost. Because, I be like, yeah, Kansas City in the building. Kansas City, can't. I can't say nothing. I can say, they shut us down. I didn't even get to see the game because I had to work. But, and then when I heard that they were losing and it boomed, that fumble and interception and Mahomes, everybody's like, Mahomes. I already told him that boy can't handle heat. He just need to get out the kitchen. But, I mean, he tries. I mean, nothing's wrong with these youngsters that elevate to a higher demand. It's just the Eagles wanted it better than we did. And then here's the thing. And then if Kansas City would have won again, it would have been like, you know what I'm saying? What brings the money in? Eagles got to win. And the Eagles is from what? New Orleans, right? And then they had that little disturbance where somebody ran over some people. And I'm not saying it like it's a, like it's just, I mean, it's really important. I was asking my husband, I was like, why is everybody walking down there holding hands talking about Orleans we're together. We're strong. And he was like, honey, you didn't know that some man ran over some people? I was like, no, because I don't watch TV. I said, no, I did not know. They didn't really make a big deal out of it. But when the Super Bowl came up, they were really making it like, oh, poor New Orleans, we're strong. But, at the end of the day, where you place your money, I don't know. I don't bet. So that's what's up. Real good. I hope all is well. Okay. The white cap referee was my brother-in-law. Oh, really? You go, girl. There you go. Okay. He got paid big, didn't he? Okay. So anyway, you guys, I don't know why I sit up in bed and, like I said, when I sleep, I turn on something, and while I sleep, I listen. And, it's very familiar to me because we followed that case, and right. And I enjoyed driving down there and the suspense of seeing the mother and the family and sitting with them. And they didn't kick me out either. I said, I'm coming. She said, you coming? I said, I'm coming, and I want to sit with the family. I don't want to go sit, because I could have stayed at home And see, that's what I would have told him. I drove. I think it's like 6-7 hours. I don't know. But I drove and my husband drove. And Tina Powers was on the phone some of the time when we was arguing about me riding on the shoulder and having to stop and pee and all of that. But I drove. And my husband drove. And the funny thing about it is when we got ready to leave, I think they came to turn the lights off. And we were going to take that money and get us a room. So I was like, okay, let me go throw the money in the bank real quick or whatever. Get the lights back on. He was like, baby, you didn't pay the bill. I didn't think it was, the bill was due. I don't know. It must have came in the mail and I didn't see it, or it came next door. I didn't see it. But I paid the bills. But evidently, look back and I don't see it. So, like I said, you can't, everybody make mistakes, okay? So, I ended up paying $400 for electric bill and then wait for them to cut it back on, and then we hit the road. And we looking at each other. We looking at each other like, what we gonna do now? We got no money in our pocket. No money in our pocket, and we going to Iowa. But, I like things like that. So don't get me wrong. We ate our little snacks or sandwiches or whatever. And then when we got there, we was like, okay, let's get us a room. And, it wasn't bad. It was, a cheap motel. I think it was like 50, 60, 70 bucks or whatever. And we slept good. Woke up in the morning. Got dressed. That wasn't bad. And found our way to the courthouse. That wasn't bad. I wanted to find the courthouse when we showed up in town, because that way, we knew where we was going or whatever. But Papa was like, no. And when somebody's tired, let them be tired, because then now, you can do it, but they ain't gonna help you. They just like, okay. But I was, and I was like, well, dang, I'm trying to get him all involved, and he's not, But anyway, we got there, and all was good. And, Detroit is too far for me to drive. I'm just being honest with you guys now. Detroit is too far for me to drive. But I am intrigued with this case. And also, I'm trying to see, I got 56 hours of PT time that maybe I can use that time if I knew when Corey Bixby is going to court. Maybe I can fly up there or whatever. You never know. You never know. No. But it's almost about time for us to make another little trip. She said, yeah, I was on the phone with her. I thought she was lying, but nope. SP was not lying. Nope. I said, we is on our way. And we gonna get there too. See, I am very good with maps and directions and stuff. Taking orders and instructions and stuff. I may be a little lost, but that's why we got GPS. That's why we got Google Maps. That's why, anything you want to know, that's a good thing. Even when you mess up or you want to know something. Like, I was getting ready to take this. My doctor gave me this medication. Let me tell y'all about it real quick. Here it is. And it's Glipizide. If you know about it, put a 1 in the chat. Glipizide. Glipizide. XL. And I said, I ain't never gave this medication to nobody. I want to know what it is and what it do. What it do. Okay. So, it's for people that's hypoglycemic. Okay. Blood sugar. Okay. So, I didn't know that. So, now I know. But it says you got to take it with meals. So, I'm like, okay. She done gave me this medicine probably about 2 months ago. I'm just now taking it today. Because I don't take something just because you say it's okay. I'm not going to do that. But anyway, and I'm supposed to take it with this, y'all know this other medication, metformin 500 milligrams. She said she's going to increase it to 1,000. She don't have to. I done already pooped on myself. You guys know what to do. I said I ain't taking it no more. You just embarrassed me in Lowe's. I had to run out and my husband looking at me like, do we gonna have to put a pamper on you? This is what marriage does. It embarrasses you. Anyway, so if you know about metformin, that's what it will do to you. It definitely will make you lose weight. Okay? Matter of fact, I ain't even took it today. Let me take one. I don't take this every day. I'm supposed to. She said that will be in July. Okay, Tina. Which one will be in July? For Corey Bigsby? Because that's what, that'd be great. But I need to know the date in July. Because July is my birthday. So, is it going to be around my birthday or before my birthday? I know it's not going to be July the 4th. My birthday is July the 10th. So, like I said, I got 56 hours. I got to use it. If I don't use it, I lose it. So, I want to take it. She said, you need metformin ER. Yeah. You got it. Because a lot of people can't take the regular. Yeah. They told me to tell my doctor about it. But you know what? I'm not. Because you know what they... I'm going to tell y'all something real quick. And then we're going to get on to topic. But metformin, I'm just telling y'all, is what they give people to lose weight. Did y'all not know that? They give metformin to people to lose weight. I kid you not when I tell y'all I took that medication one time and I didn't eat anything. Nancy said, no, yes they do. Yes. You better look it up, sweetheart. She said, leave that metformin alone. It will mess your kidneys up. Oh, my kidneys already messed up. Anyway, that's why, you know what, Zena, and I know you're right, but it will, I'm telling you what happened. Hey, next level, what's up? Maria's in the building. I took it one time, and we went, and we got in the car. I took it, and like 30 minutes later, we got in the car, and we needed something real small. I can't remember what it was. I think, he said he seen a little mice or something. So we went to go get mice trap. We went to Lowe's to get a mice trap. That's all we went to Lowe's to get, a mice freaking trap. And the mice trap is when you walk into Lowe's, is right to the right. We know exactly where it is. So and I took like maybe 10 steps in the Lowe's. And then I go, oh, and my husband looked at me. And I didn't know what it was, but my stomach just said, blah, 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 blah. I mean, a big old cramp came and I couldn't move. I was like, what the heck? And I said, oh my God, my stomach. And he said, what's wrong? I said, I felt like somebody done punched me in the stomach. I didn't know what was going on. And he just looked at me, and I had to grab a chair. And I said, oh my God, what the heck? That's how fast it happened. And then we walked over, got the mice trap. Say I took 10 more steps. Then we took 10 more steps back to where I was when the first initial pain came into this story. And it just said, blah. No time for nothing else. And I can just feel it going down my legs. And I said, and my husband, my eyes was big to let him know something ain't right. And he's looking at me, I'm looking at him, and he's like, you okay? And I said, I just pooped on myself. And he thought I was lying. And I just stood there because I didn't know what to do. I'm like, what do I do? I mean, what do you do? But does it give you the poops too? She said, yes, ma'am. Metformin and Ozempic makes you lose weight. But do it give you the poops? She said, been there, done that. Taking it all in. 2,000 milligrams. Zena said 2,000 milligrams. And so he looked at me, and I was like, I got to go to the bathroom, because she said, metformin will do that to you. Nobody didn't tell me. I've been giving this med to people. I didn't know. You know? Something that's going to make your blood pressure go down. Why do it just... And I must have not had nothing in my stomach, so only thing that it was going to probably push out was some water or whatever. So that's what came out. She said had the same problem. Girl, let me tell you, I didn't know what was going on. I can diagnose what was the problem and why it occurred. I went in the bathroom, cleaned myself up as good as I could. Because I could. Came out. My husband's still standing there. He was waiting. I said, why you just didn't pay for the stuff and go to the car? Now you got me standing in line, stinking, poop all over me. Woo. And you know, she said that would do it. Exactly. Embarrassed. To buy a mouse trap. You know that mice was going to get it. They got the business. I said, hurry up, put the cheese on it. Got me out here doing the most. I kid you guys not. It was something you did. If I would have been live, I would have been like, y'all lights out, goodbye. I wouldn't even. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all this, and then we're gonna get on to what we need to. She said, "Join the crowd of embarrassing." I kid you guys not. You know, back in the day, in the cartoons, when something happened. In the any cartoons that you want to just go back in your mind and think about, and something happened but nobody knows, you know the look on your face on the cartoons. That's the way I look. I look like buckwheat, like uh-oh. It was one of those moments. It was I can't even describe it. It never happened to me before. It was one of those moments, like, unfreaking believable. What is just happened here? And my husband's looking at me like, what? And we're just staring at each other like, I done did it. And he said, what? I said, I just pooped all on myself. And he just thought I was lying. He said, I didn't know you was lying until you walked in front of me and I seen it. He gonna make sure he see it. He gonna make sure he see it, right? Okay. So, you know, I've had two very embarrassing moments with my husband. One time I fell right in front of him, bringing him chicken to the bedroom so he can eat chicken in the bed. The dog shook, laid across the floor, You can't see Suge. Tripped over Suge. Chicken rolled underneath the bed. And I picked up the chicken, put it on the plate. He said to myself, you not feeding me this? Girl, I threw it in. I said, I bet you won't eat in the bed no more. Because I'm done. He was like, I still ain't ate. I don't care. I'm done. And you know, when you got a plate of food, I had no way to, comfort the fall. So I still had the plate in my hand when I fell. Face forward, okay? And the chicken rolled underneath the bed. I'm telling you. She said, I would have said bye. It would be dark outside. I'm telling you, people make mistakes and things happen. And that's just life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And when you say you married and you be with somebody, they gonna see the stupid stuff that happens to you. I see stupid stuff that happens to him too. And we just, oh Lord, I'm telling you, embarrassment. Embarrassed. But anyway, yeah. So that's what happened. But anyway, back to what we was talking about. It's just sometimes, golly, one thing makes me remember this, remember that. She said, I just said the walk says it all. For better or for worse. Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, I knew then. I came home. I thought about it. I was like, it's that medication, honey. That's the only thing I done changed. And now look what happened. So I quit taking it. I was like, I'm done. One and done. Remember that. Put it in the chat, you guys. One and done. I said, I'm done. Ain't taking that no more. But then, I had to read up on it a little bit. And then I had to get... So I've been having it for about 5 months. I've only probably took about 10 times. But shoot, I've got 30. I probably got 30 times 5. I probably got, over, I don't know, 200-300 pills, and they sell 30 pills for $100. She said, girl, stop. I'm telling you the truth. I ain't gonna lie, especially like I said, it was a most embarrassing moment I've ever had. Those are the 2 very embarrassing moments I've ever had in my life. And it happened. And I just said to myself, Lord, have mercy. It don't happen when nobody's around. It won't happen. And I'm right in front of my husband and he's looking at me. And one time, the third embarrassing thing was we was laying in the bed and sleep. I took a medication that my doctor had gave me. No. I told my husband to give me medication. He ended up giving me one of his pills. He thought he was giving me a Tylenol. But he did give me Tylenol, but he gave me the Tylenol that has the codeine in it or whatever. I don't know. But whatever it was, I rolled off the bed onto the floor right on my face. And I went to the doctor, couldn't figure out why, what happened, woo, what. And the doctor was like, because when you sleep, even though that you sleep, the circumference of your bed, your mattress. When you're at the end or the edge or whatever. You don't have to be woke to figure it out. Your leg is hanging on the ground, so you scoot your leg in or whatever, but you still sleep. And like I said, that's never happened before. So, you go to the doctor and say, I fell out of bed. How did you fall out of bed? I fell out of bed because I don't know how or why or what. What could that mean or what does that mean? And, and I look and I search and I couldn't think of it. And then I went and took a drug test, and they was like, "You got codeine." And I said, "How? No, I do not. No, I do not." They're like, "Yeah, you do." Well, my husband's been giving me the Tylenol, but it's not, his Tylenol. It has that in it. They was like, "No, no, no," and we found out the Tylenol he was giving me was his, not the regular Tylenol, but his Tylenol. And so I said, "Yeah, you got me. Yeah." So, yeah. Nancy said, "One and done." Sonya Watt says, "One and done." So you got to be careful. So anyway, I was looking at this new case, you guys, that we're following. And I want to get a lot of things together. And the weird thing about it, I just don't have it like, usually I'll be like, "Oh, I gotta record that. How am I gonna record it? How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do that?" And woo, put it together and stuff like that, and but I am intrigued about this case, and I'm wondering, are they gonna go to court? And if they are gonna go to court, I will love to go and and see some of the players in person, because like I said, going up there to Iowa, I didn't know how much of an impact it was until today when I was laying in bed and my husband say, "Why are you watching that? You watched it when it was happening. You watched it, and then we drove up there. Why are you watching? You know how it's going to end." And I said, "Yeah, I do now know. But I want to look at how everybody was acting. Breasia's mama. How Henry Dinkins was acting. How the little boy DL was acting. And one thing that we didn't really speak on, the first interview DL was, I don't know how old he was. I think he was like 7 or 8, but he talked like he was he talked like he was like slowly developed is an easy word to say. He talked like he was slowly developed, and then when he got on the stand, his voice was like a grown man. He was like, "No, damn. I said I seen him. I seen him shoot my sister. Is that what you seen, or is that what you want?" And then he finally said, "That's what I want, because I know my daddy did this." Da, 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 da. But I got to see the young lad, and his voice is deeper than the way he looked. But he's a very good look. And then now, she must have did so much work with him that he was speaking good. His language and the tone of his voice, you couldn't tell he was talking before like a baby. You know what I'm saying? And like a baby, like I don't know, 3-4-year-old. And anyway, now he was 12 or whatever. I mean, they grow up so fast. These kids, they grow up so fast. And so it's good to go back and reflect, like, wow. And I got to see him, and he's got the prettiest eyes ever. And he knew what his daddy did. And then all the evidence that they had found and stuff. So they're saying on this case with Ziyah, just speaking of her name now, Ziyah, they found DNA on her sneaker. They found the DNA. And I don't know whose DNA it is, but that is the latest news, you guys. Jalen Hurts is handsome. Y'all Eagles. Oh, I don't know who Jalen is. Jalen. I don't know who Jalen is. Y'all Eagles. Now y'all flying high. What is it that we can't let men medicate us? Why? Because we take care of them. Yeah, you're right. He was trying. He trust me, he was trying, and he was like, "Oh, I was giving you this." I said, "That's your medication." And then they looking at me like, "You know it." No, I didn't. I don't know. Maybe I was feeling good. I don't know. I'm telling you, the pain went away though. Whatever it was, the pain went away. And at the end of the day, to be honest with you, if I didn't have it and he offered it to me, I would have took it. So I wasn't mad about it. But yeah, you're right, Marie. I'll be like, I can ask him, go give me some medication. But nah, I'll just get up and go get it myself. Sanja says, plus he was angry. Yeah, he was. He was angry. He was angry. He said he was mad at his dad. And Briasia was gone. They ended up finding Briasia, finding the body. And it was a little like, but this case with Ziyah, they do not have a body. And just thinking about, just all these little girls. You guys, let me say this. That's the new value. Money is not the new value. All these little girls and boys, but mainly little girls. Oh, he's the quarterback? Oh, okay. Okay. I would have picked the Eagles, but I'm a diehard fan. I would have picked the Eagles just because I looked at their team, I looked at their cheerleaders. It's a better diverse team. You know what I'm saying? It's diverse way across the board. It's like 50-50. And it was just like that, and I liked it. And so I would have picked, but since I'm in Kansas, I'm not gonna go against where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Tina says, I think Jonathan goes back to court in March. And Jonathan, now I can't remember the little girl that he took out, but I'm pretty sure it was Jonathan's niece. That Jonathan took out his niece. And I don't know why. But they swear up and down that Ziyah was pregnant. They swear up and down that the motive for Jarvis Butts to take out his niece is because she was pregnant. Now, the one thing about it is, it's funny because not only you gonna have to, the motive, you have to give them a benefit of, without a doubt, that a body that we do not have. No doctor has said that this girl was pregnant. The family says they know nothing of her being pregnant. That this girl was pregnant. And that's the reason why you took her out. I can't say this. She said, I don't believe he did it alone. Okay, next level. Come on. I don't believe he did it alone. You know what? I don't believe he did it alone either. You know, great minds think alike. I don't believe he did it alone, but I don't believe Shannon was a part of it. I believe two people had to either help him. The girl that loaned him the car or his work partner. Who do you believe helped? Maria says, yes, was pregnant. Heck, he was buying her Kotex. Well, if he was buying a Kotex, 90% of the time, if you're bleeding, you're not pregnant. Okay? And Granny and the aunt was pimping her out. Okay, Maria, that is something else too. I believe that they were sending them girls to get, and then knowing that they were going to get money. You know? Woke the guy says, I believe Shannon was a part of it. You know why I don't believe Shannon was a part of it? She's so jealous. She's like, I've got 5 kids by Jarvis. I've got, and here's the thing. When they locked Jarvis up, she was visiting Jarvis. Shannon was visiting Jarvis and sending Jarvis money. Did you guys know that? I'm just saying. I'm saying what ain't nobody else saying. Okay? And, you know, to know that he was a pedophile and you sending a little girl over there, that's crazy. That does not even make sense. Here's what I don't understand. That work partner sits high on the radar for me. Okay, next level. I got you. Yeah. His King, that's his name. His name is King. Cardell. I can't remember his last name. But he goes by King. You know, he's a good looking black man. He is good looking. He's very good looking. Yeah. My eyebrows go, But you know, he said he didn't see him in court. They were sending those kids to the shop and getting bills paid. Really? He said his friend, his co-worker, he gonna sit there. He been knowing this man, done work with this man for years, right beside him. And he gonna go in court and look around. Got glasses on now. Look, and they said, do you see him in the court? And he's like, nope. He said, can you stand up and see if you see him? They both got green on, so that right there will let you know. Only 2 people in the courtroom got green jumpsuit on. That tells you that they in jail. So you would probably look right at him and say he got green on. Whether his hair is cut or not, you know who that is. And he says no. He says no. I don't see him. And I thought, wouldn't it be crazy if Jarvis, the real Jarvis is not in jail and they got somebody, maybe Jarvis got a twin or Jarvis got some, I don't know, but I mean, I'm just throwing it out there, but you know, it's Jarvis. He just like, no, I don't see him. You know what? You're going to jail. You cannot help him. You're going to jail too, King. I believe that her anger, Shannon, took over when she found out the little girl was pregnant. Oh, okay. Tina says, I meant to say Jarvis, but goes back to court in March. Yeah. Oh, Dewey, did they charge him? I mean, are they going to have trial? They said that they were, but I want to know when the court proceedings starts. Is that what you're saying, March? And Maria says, KYM, Kim Worthy said there's going to be more arrests. Shut the front door. Is he a pedophile too? No, he's not a pedophile. But he's known to beat pregnant women. They say he was on a tither. You know, I've never heard the word tither before, but a tither is house arrest. In Detroit, they call it tither. I'm just letting you guys know so when they start talking about this case, Y'all don't come to me talking about what's a tither. I just told you what a tither was. It's a house arrest device. Tither that he's on. He's got to be in the house. He can leave at 6 a.m. and be home by 9. That's house arrest. Same thing. They call it a tither. A tither, a pither. And it's because he beat some pregnant woman. So they just do what they do. You know, next level says, if my work partner had young kids hanging around our workplace, it would be a problem for me. I'm just saying, yeah. Yeah, there's a girl at my job sometimes. She'll bring this little girl to work every job I have. And I'm like, what the heck? You know, and oh, she's just only going to be there for a little while, whatever. You know, you're trying to babysit and work too, and the little girl, you know, you got to leave, do this, do that, you know. One of those residents get a hold of that little girl, and then we're going to have some problems. She shouldn't even be in the, she just shouldn't. But, you know, I don't run the place, so I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen at the place I came from. Like every freaking day this girl worked. That was she just brings her in the back door and brings her, and I think she puts her in a room, you know, and then she works, but she watches that room. But still, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be like, I don't know where she put the little girl. We don't see her. But she was bringing her like almost every freaking day. I kid you not. To work. You know, when school is out. Summertime. And, you know, and I get it. I get it that you don't, you know, they don't pay you enough for daycare. But you can't bring your kids to work, you know. It is very dangerous. The girl don't do it now. She had to do it for a little bit because, like, her son goes to work at a certain time, and then she'll clock out and then take the little girl home by the time her son gets home. But, you know, they definitely was like, hey, you know, I can't make it to work because this just happened and woo 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 woo, and you know, they'll move earth and everything to accommodate people. And we don't even ask for that, you know. But, and I'm not saying, you know, leave your kids at home alone, you know. But it do be what it be. It do be what it be. Okay, be careful. That's dangerous. It is. It's very, very dangerous. Dangerous, danger. Stranger danger. Stranger danger. So, anywho's, in the Ziyah case, I'm wanting to know, do anybody know, and I seen Tina said March, but did they, you know, say, hey, you know, we're going to court, you know, because they did find him guilty as far as the preliminary, saying that there was enough evidence, you know. Next level says, I keep asking myself, how great can young girls clean up an auto shop filled with oils, grease, and heavy tools? They barely keep their bedrooms clean at that age. Yeah, well, so, you know, we had a shop for a while. My husband do pretty much car repairs, like collision. It's not auto. It's not. It's more of a auto. Hold on, somebody's calling. Okay, we got 17%. Hello, this is SP.
Hey, SP.
What's up?
Hey, this your favorite mod. Don't tell nobody.
I know you. I know this is Tina Powers.
There you go. Hey, look, what murder of her, but there's no body. Because remember in Corey's case, they charged him with no body.
Exactly. Okay, so they're going to charge him with murder. What about statutory rape? Because the little girl, I mean, the motive is that she's pregnant and she's not consent age yet. So is there any other charges than just murder?
Well, you know that they had the preliminary hearing. I can't say that word right.
Preliminary.
Yeah, they had that first, and then the judge, she said, you going to trial, Jack.
The judge said that, so they're gonna do the court date in March.
Yeah, it's all she said was in March. They haven't set up a court date yet.
Well, Marie Perkins is in the chat and she says March the 15th or 16th.
Okay, well, we got our answer right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think there's somebody else involved?
I think King, I can't pinpoint it, but I may be wrong. I think King helped as well as Shannon.
Okay. So.
Because why they find her clothes so quick, but not her body? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, they didn't find it quick enough, but they found it. Because she disappeared in January. They didn't find the stuff until what? February?
Right. And that's because of the cousin. The cousin came out and said, look, I need to know where this baby at. Uh-huh. And you know that her dad passed away.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. Yeah, they said that her dad, Naziah's dad, was out there every day looking for this little girl, and he had a massive heart attack.
Yes, he did. That part's true.
And died in like a month later.
Yep, that is true.
Looking for her.
Yes, ma'am.
So you can never throw stones at somebody because they just not in the life or whatever. But they said that man died looking for his daughter.
Yep.
And I think it was just too much. It was just too much for, because you're gonna feel guilt, like like I should have stopped doing what I was doing. Now my baby dead. It's because of me, and I'm doing these drugs, and I'm just no good. At least thing I can do is to find her or look for her, or I just let people I thought that was gonna take care of my baby. They wouldn't take care of my baby. They was using my child. They was getting money for my child. My child was going through so much. And I was out there just doing my thing. And like that just weighs on people. People don't know it. That weighs on people. And then dang, his heart just
I think she was pimped out. Anything that they needed, hey, take her and do what you need to do. Give me the money. You see where I'm going?
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you something. That was his love child. So was he married or something? And he just no. He said that was his love child. Marie said yes. So he didn't bring her home. I guess he didn't bring. Was he? Because I seen. No, that was Henry Dinkins had a wedding band on his hand. Yeah, Henry Dinkins was married. They never did bring his wife in.
Hey,
but
I'm gonna tell you a little secret.
Marie says yes, he was married.
Look, Jarvis had a fiance, a girlfriend, and a baby mama on top of this baby. You hear me?
And in other women. Yeah. He didn't need to have a home because he had this. He can go to. He get up and leave this house and go to that house. Get up and go to that house and get up and go to that house. They said that Jarvis took Shannon's income tax money and bought another girl a ring.
Hey, it won't be a surprise to me.
But all his women did not look nice either.
Girl,
They looked like Henry Dinkins' girlfriend.
girl.
They looked like homely women. I mean, I'm serious. I'm just being honest. Like, Shannon was the best looking one I've seen. Shannon ain't bad looking. A lot of people like Shannon is. Nah, Shannon wasn't bad looking. Y'all just quit lying. They just don't like Shannon. See, I cannot like you, but I'm gonna tell the truth. I think Shannon was, well, what I've seen so far. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, she cleans herself up when she has to. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, she ain't no natural good looking, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? She's not bad looking. I mean, even when she not wearing makeup, she was still, nice looking.
Right. Well, that's my 2 cents.
She said, SP, don't this seem like cult or polygamy behavior? I don't.
No, actually, Jarvis wasn't married, but he had a fiance.
I don't know who this is calling me at this time.
Go ahead. I'm gonna go jump down back in the chat.
Okay. Anyway, that wasn't nobody. That's somebody calling my phone. They done got my phone number and they be like, I'm a caller. I'm a caller while we on the phone. I'm a caller. We got a mandatory all-staff meeting this Thursday on the 13th. We got a meeting on the 13th and the 18th. These people done lost their mind. We got a meeting 13th and the 18th at 2 o'clock. And then I got to be at work at... for abuse, neglect, and exploitation. Noted. I don't know what the heck they doing at work. I'm glad I'm not involved or whatever. SP, don't let the... Okay. I hope I said the word right. Let me see. Are you spelled it right? Let me see. Because I ain't never seen it spelled. Spelled like that before, so let me see. I don't know what that word says. What is that word? That's not polygamy. Are you trying to say polygamy, Maria? Because I don't know what that word is. Oh, polygamy. Okay. Polygamy. The practice of having more than one spouse at the same time. Include bigamy and polyandria. Married to more than one spouse. It's illegal in the United States. She said, yes. Did you hear that a company was sponsoring up a house and found a young child's leg bone, but it wasn't? Yeah, was sprucing up a house Did you hear that a company was sprucing up a house and found a young child's leg bone, but it wasn't his eye? Yeah, I did hear that. They was like, it was not, no, and they know. They know if it was or if it wasn't. For sure. For sure, for sure. Yeah, they know. Yeah. Yeah. He got about 20 summons charged. He'll never get out. Yeah, they say the reason why they do that is because we went back and they said the reason why they put them charges there because like in Virginia, they have that old age thing that when they turn 60, they can get out of jail. So if they give them these other charges, that's what they do in Virginia. If they give them these other charges, they can't get out of jail. Hey, Breen. She said, it's sad. It ain't just sad, girl. It's horrible. It's horrible. It is. And I was looking at how the family was taking it all in, it really, the grandma, I can't. I can't. How you doing? I see you in the building. That's not a grandma. Girl, I could not. I'm telling you. My grandbaby, I would probably be passing out every time you see me. Y'all be like, she is showing out. No. You couldn't. I'll be in there. I couldn't go. I'm telling you things like that. I could not. Nope. I could not go. Yes, remember the boys? Yes, I do. I'm telling you, if it was my grandchild, I would be passing out every 5 minutes when somebody say, if they said, we found this or we didn't find that or they did that to him, I couldn't go. I'm telling you. Okay? Because I know myself, I couldn't take it. And the more that I think about it, I'm telling you, I would be going to jail. I'm serious. I'll be like, no. I cannot sit there and listen to it. I cannot sit there and allow this person to sit there in the same room and breathe the same air I'm breathing. And then we're going to have another problem. So, and I know I couldn't. Some people can deal with it. And some people got to deal with it. I could not deal with it. I would be crying and not stop crying because they're babies. Now, like when my mother passed away, the only way I can deal with it is, I got brothers, so, I have to tell them, and I'm in charge. Even though I'm the baby, I'm in charge. So I have to show them that I'm strong. But I'm telling you, my brother passed away and my mother passed away. I went straight to my husband. We wasn't married at the time. So I went, I told him, and he come home, and I just climbed up in the bed and I just cried. He just held me. People calling me, I didn't answer the phone. And when I finally did get up and can drive myself home, I climbed on the couch and laid there and cried. And because, like, I think, and everybody goes through the grieving process of like, I didn't see her like I needed to see her or see him. The last thing, did I tell them I love them? They wanted to spend time with me. Why I couldn't see the signs, or what I could have done better. I blame myself, but it's just a natural reaction. And I know my natural reaction for my grandchild will be even different. So I love my grandchilds but they're babies. So I'm going to feel some kind of way. It all depends if a person die of natural death. It's easier to take in. You got nobody to blame but natural death. It probably was their time, right? But when somebody take your child out of this world, a child, you guys get what I'm saying? Put a 2 in the chat. A child, it's a different reaction. Because the child won't ever drive a car, won't ever get married, won't graduate from school, won't have a first date, won't, work a job, won't, whatever their potential in life was, somebody just snatched their life from them. And it just feels wrong. It feels like in this whole world, and this is what Breasia mama said on the night Breasia came up missing. She fell down to the ground and she says, why my child? Why my baby? Why my baby? She knew then. And see, that's the number one thing that I guess I had to go back and gather up. The normal reaction of a mother's love. Because she's not saying, hey, take, if she could have said, at that moment, take somebody else's child. Why mine? She knew Henry did something to her child. And she was wondering, why, out of all the kids in the world, why you do my child? And that's what I had to go back and look at. She didn't have no evidence. She didn't want to accuse somebody. But I'm going to tell you, a mother knows. And I sit there on the day she said, I can't sleep and my baby's still out there. This is what she said. She said, I can't sleep. She's been out there. It's 9 o'clock at night. I got to hear her voice. She ain't called or nothing. And she says, that's my baby. Why my child? And I was sitting there and I was like, she knew then. She knew. She knew she allowed this man in the lives of not only his child, but a child that was not biologically his. And she knew, and I'm telling you, she felt that I effed up. I let my guards down. I was in the streets. I was cleaning up my life, woo, 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 woo. And there's predators that prey on women with kids, you guys. I told you. One of my girlfriends, she told me this man, and she had her baby in the stroll in the cart seat at the grocery store. She said this man came up to her and was talking to her, looking at her little baby. She said he knows she got a baby, and he was like, oh, woo, 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 woo. And then he pulled up to her house, and then she got out the car, and he was gonna drive off with her baby, and they got to fighting in the car and everything or whatever. She told him she was gonna do this and do that, and she got the baby out the car, but she shot him. This is her second person she shot, but she shot him. This is a girlfriend of mine. He was trying to take the baby. He didn't want the mama. And the baby is old enough. I don't know how old the little girl was. I know the little girl right now. Her name is Taja, or whatever. But anyway, thank you guys for putting the 2 in the chat. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Some of these men, they pick women with kids. They know they're gonna get the food stamps. They gonna eat. They know that if a woman got kids, they gonna eat. She gotta feed them kids. See, when a man got a, so some men be like, I don't want a woman got kids, because it becomes complicated. They don't even want that desire. Some of them know they're gonna have that desire, so don't even bring them around. Or the little girl may say something, so they be like, I don't want to deal with nobody else's kids. It ain't that they don't want to deal with the kids. They don't want stuff like that to happen. And when you don't want stuff like that to happen, you stay away from it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with you guys. It's just like if you have a fixation on, smoking marijuana or whatever. You cannot just be in the smokehouse watching people buying whatever, or you can't be selling it. You know what I'm saying? If that is something that you know that can trigger that desire, you don't want it around. That's number one. When a man tells you he don't want no kids, you know what? Don't bring no kids around him. He ain't got to have a conviction, a felony. They say no. No means no. Y'all be like, oh, I'm gonna have his first baby. Remember that one baby? And I think it was in Oklahoma or somewhere, and it was his own child, and this was his first time. The girl was gonna go out or whatever. The mama was gonna go out. She dropped the baby off to him. He was gonna babysit the baby, and the baby had a freaking massive heart attack. The baby was like maybe a month old, 2 months old, and it was just blood everywhere. And why could you not stop? The baby had a freaking heart attack. And he gonna say he don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all what's happening. And I'm gonna say this. I don't know how many times I have to tell you guys this, because y'all think I'm crazy. You are going to remember me saying this. You're going to say, SP, I can't remember where I heard this from, but SP told me, that TV brings a lot of stuff out. Maybe indirectly, but I'm telling you, it entices. So while you there asleep in the bed, and then that child in the other room sleep in the bed, they ain't got nothing on their mind. I'm just telling you. But they got sin. They got sin on them. So they already feeling some kind of way. They already listened to the wrong things. So anyway, it's just like in the middle of the night. Burger King comes on and say, have it your way is a Whopper such, and Burger King. And then all of a sudden you hungry. You getting up, you going to the kitchen. You already ate at 7, 8 o'clock. But now you hungry. But you really want a burger. You want a Whopper. Because, indirectly, subjectively, these things occur. And then in a lot of these commercials, and mainly all of them, I'm just going to be honest with you, because they put up that little sign with their hands, their thumbs touching their thumbs, and then their pointing fingers touching the pointing fingers. That tells you right there that guess what? You may not see it, but it's flashes of little stuff in the commercial that you don't see. Oh, Walt Disney done it all the time. They even told the man he was putting subliminal messages in there. You can watch it all day long and you don't see it, but you see it. Your mind playing tricks, but you see it. And they do this. And it's sexual things that is in watching TV. They do it with songs and the music. They do it in pictures. They do it on, I'm just telling you guys. I know you guys don't believe me, but if you hold on, I'm going to read a little thing about Walt Disney. Hold on. Walt Disney subliminal messages in the movies. Top 15 subliminal messages in Walt Disney. I'm going to let y'all listen to a little bit of this just so you guys know I'm not lying. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Disney movies. Number 15. Aladdin. With the vocal talents of Robin Williams and stunt.
Hold on.
Disney
Here we go.
loves to hide subliminal messages in their movies. Some of them are ingenious and some downright inappropriate. Here are 15 subliminal messages in Disney movies. Number 15. Aladdin. With the vocal talents of Robin Williams and stunning animation, Aladdin welcomed viewers to a whole new world of intrigue in 1992, in what would become one of the best animations they'd ever release. Its producers clearly had a lot of fun making it, but there's a scene that's still thought of as controversial almost 30 years later. Aladdin is pretending to be Prince Ali and is waiting for Jasmine in her room. What he didn't expect was her tiger, however. And while the official line he says is, "Good tiger, take off, scat, go," there are many who think he really says, "Good teenagers, take off your clothes." Take a listen. What do you hear? Good teenagers, take off. Good teenagers, take off. Number 14. Inside Out. 2015's Inside Out.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear the subliminal message? They pointed it out to you. Okay, let's listen to some more.
Was released by Pixar and is set inside a young girl's mind as her competing emotions help her to cope with changes taking place in the real world. It was a critical success and yet more proof of Disney and Pixar's ability to create powerful storylines. But did you spot the hidden message within it? At one point, the characters are debating whether there are any bears in San Francisco. There's a noise in the distance, and Fear is worried that it might be a bear. Disgust says not to worry because there aren't any. But Anger replies, "I saw a really hairy guy. He looked like a bear." Was this then a comment about the gay community in the city? Or something completely accidental?
No bears in San Francisco.
I saw a really hairy guy. He looked like a bear. Oh, so jumpy. My nerves are shot.
Number 13. A Bug's Life. A Bug's Life was Pixar's second feature-length animated movie and introduced us to Flick, who embarked on a quest to protect his colony from a group of grasshoppers. The cast was made up of a crew of misfit bugs who joined him on his journey, one of which was a ladybug called Francis. At one point, he's performing for a crowd in a circus when he's subjected to somewhat of an awkward heckle. A housefly shouts out, "Hey cutie, want to pollinate with a real bug?" Francis doesn't take too kindly to this, but was it the meaning behind what the fly had said or the fact that it happened in a movie aimed at children that caused the most offense? Hopefully, there weren't too many parents who had to explain it to their kids.
Hey, cutie! Want to pollinate with a real bug? Yeah.
Number 12. The Emperor's New Groove. Crunk.
Now, let me tell you something. This was back in just April 21, 2020. I'm telling you guys, this stuff is out there. That's all I wanted to show. I can show you more. I can explain more. But I wanted you guys just to know. Google it. The subliminal messages that's in TV. Especially even when, when there's millions and millions and millions of people watching the Super Bowl. Diesel's in the building. Millions of people watch the Super Bowl, and they say, let me just Google it and see if they got any in this last subliminal message in the Super Bowl. Six hidden messages in Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance. 6 hidden messages. Let me see what they say. See, I didn't watch it, but I can't read it. It's too small. But they say 6. Let me see if they got a video of it. Super Bowl Williams hidden message in Usher. Hidden message Usher. Okay. Super Bowl 225. Let me see. It's 3 minutes. Hidden messages. Let's see. I'm not gonna do that. They got too much music. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Everything you missing in Kendrick. What Drake was doing during 2 hours. So, why are Kendrick's dancers all wearing red, black? Taylor Swift Super Bowl outfit hidden. Hidden messages. Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl halftime. Game over. Sold their souls to the devil. Hidden messages in Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl. I'm just telling you guys. It's just crazy. Travis Scott watching Kendrick Lamar. Do you catch the messages behind the dance? Breaking down the dance. So there's experts out there that, and so sometimes I go to work. It says Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl show was full of subliminal messages. Fans break down the hidden messages behind Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl. Taylor Swift sends hidden messages as she's booed at Super Bowl. Was there a secret message in the botched Joe some wore to sing song? Yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, when you have things that's big and wide, that millions and millions, of course they're going to have subliminal messages in there. You guys know? And I know you guys think, oh, you'll be able to catch it. You're going to be able to probably catch one. But normally there's probably about 10 or 12. And I may be way off that you're not going to see. I may be way off. But that's why, I can only watch just a very little. Very little TV. Now, I know YouTube is just like TV too, but I'm just saying I'd rather be more selective of what I watch. And I don't like commercials. I don't like them to, things of that nature. But anyway, it'll help you to understand people. And when watching Ziyah family and how Jarvis is in court, not looking up, his eyes are shifty, but he's not looking up, and he's looking like he's really meditating on what he's writing. That tells me right there. And I'm just going to be honest. I'm just telling you what I see as far as, when I'm trying to figure out, is this person guilty or not? It really doesn't matter what evidence they have. I do know that, I believe without a doubt he's guilty. And I mean, that's just by the way he's acting, and then the evidence that they're showing us as far as the little girl got off the bus, him and King going back and forth to AutoZone to get something. They wasn't going back and forth to AutoZone to get something. They probably want to know why they went up and down the street They was going up and down the street waiting for her to get off the freaking bus. You feel me? They wasn't just on the side street, sitting there. They went back and forth. Oh man, we probably went to AutoZone about 2 or 3 times. We forgot something. I don't remember, because they don't want to be caught in the lie going back and forth, and somebody's got them on their camera saying that car came by here 2 or 3 times. Oh yeah, the car came by here 2 or 3 times because you guys were waiting for her to get off that bus. And King knew that he was making plans to pick that girl up. Like they say, oh, she loves to just walk up and down the street. She just walks up and down the street. Nobody just walks up and down the same street. You just going block to block, block to block, block to block. I mean, it'd be different if you went around the block, you went around the corner, you went to the store, you stopped over here to see what you... we had this girl that used to walk all the time. She walked all the time. Everywhere she goes, she got dressed, she put her clothes on, she walked. But why did she walk? I'm going to tell you why she walked. She was a young girl. She was my age. She walked all the time because she was trying to pick up people. And let me see what's up. My son's calling, of course. Hello?
Hello? Hey, Madre. Just calling, checking on you.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
That dude asked for the title, so,
My bad. I'll come by tomorrow.
Okay, babe.
I can do that.
Alrighty.
You at work?
No, I'm on live.
Oh, okay.
Are you
Sorry
on?
about that.
Are you on your lunch?
Yeah. Like I said, I was just calling, checking on you.
All right, baby.
And I'll come by tomorrow.
All right.
Alrighty.
Bye bye. Anyway, they acting like they ran into her. Exactly. They didn't just run in. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Would it be like Brian? Because that's how I see it. Like a Brian. They didn't just run into her. See, that's a lie from the pit of hell. Okay? So, now, but did you already look at that was a lie? Because, see, that right there tells you that now the story makes sense. Okay? Brian is in the building. I'm just saying. Now that it makes sense. How they ended up with her. They went back and forth. Oh, we forgot something at AutoZone. And so we went back to pick it up. And so then we ran into her. And then she got in the car and she said, hey, Brenda, for Brian. Okay, got you, Brian. All right, Brian. Yeah, I'm saying it right then. Brian. All right. So, did you see that as it changes the story if they say, oh, we were supposed to pick her up. They're not going to say we were supposed to pick her up. He's not going to say that. Oh, we went to the we went to the AutoZone and I don't know, we forgot something, so we had to go back and then come back. That tells me you went down that street at least 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so we pulled over and he said something. You go back and listen. He said we pulled over to the liquor store. Hey, everybody. Hey, Passion B. He said we pulled over to the liquor store. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you something. Okay? And this is just something that I'm just telling you because a little girl, well, she's not a little girl. She's a friend. She's really a co-worker. But anyway, she calls me her friend. But anyway, nevertheless, she's just a co-worker. She was a young lady and she lived a really fast life. and she lived a fast life. And you guys will meet her one day, because she was ADHD or bipolar or whatever, and she had been touched on and played with or whatever. And one thing she told me, she said I like to drink. I was an alcoholic. I was young. I like to drink. Little girls like to do things like drink. Yeah, they was looking for her. They knew she was getting off that bus, and they was looking for her. She had walked the other direction, and they was looking for her. It makes sense. Yeah, they didn't want to just sit and wait. And he's like, "Oh, there's my niece." He pulls over, and she gets in the back seat, and she says, "Hey." But King says, "Go back." And King says, "We went to the liquor store." And I guarantee you, that's part of getting her inebriated. So that, and that could be what happened, putting some antifreeze in the liquor bottle to try to get rid of that baby. Because if you put antifreeze in alcohol, how you going to know not to drink it? How you going to know? Remember, the little girl, they went to go drop off the car at King's child's grandmother's house, the Jaguar, and the little girl came in. Now, they said the little girl came in and she sat right next to the TV. She didn't say nothing. She said her son, the one of the granddaughter's son, not his son, King's son, but his auntie, the child's auntie's child, went and spoke to Ziyah. And at the end of the day, Ziyah didn't ever say nothing. She just said, "Hey," she said, "Have a seat." They got to talking. They said that she sat there for 1 to 2 hours. Now, here's the difference. 1 to 2 hours is a big difference. If you said 1 hour, maybe a little bit more than 1 hour. But nobody says 1 to 2 hours and they ain't said a word. Yeah. Mother-in-law, yeah, exactly. Brent, exactly. Mother-in-law. And so that's another problem. How somebody gonna sit in somebody's house for 1 to 2 hours? That right there is a problem. I'm just being honest. Little stuff like that makes me think. 1 to 2 hours. Oh, they was there. They wasn't there that long. Did she even say anything? No, she didn't speak. She didn't say anything. She talked to my child, and she didn't go to the bathroom. She didn't get up and eat. Oh, they were there for about first it was like 30, 45 minutes. Then it was like 1 to 2 hours. When it became 1 to 2 hours, I'm going, hold on. And why was the reason they got up and left? Oh, it was still daylight. Now take this in consideration. The little girl gets off the bus at like 3:10. 3:10. They make it a 45-minute drive to the shop. They go to the shop, so it's pretty much 4 o'clock. They get some alcohol, so it's pretty much 4 o'clock. They got to take the Jag back 45 minutes later, right? So now they take the Jag back to Grandma's house. It's now 5 o'clock. Okay? It's 5 o'clock. So they sat there 1 to 2 hours. So if they sit there 1 to 2 hours in Detroit, let me see. 1 to 2 hours, Detroit, January 2023. No, I think it was 2024. Okay, hold on. So we got 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock making it to the shop, 5 o'clock making it to grandma's house, stay there, 6, 7 o'clock. They said it was still daylight. So it's 7 o'clock. I'm sorry, it's 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock in the evening, Detroit, January 2024. Seven p.m. in Detroit in January 2024 will be Eastern Time, 5 hours behind Greenwich Time. Popular events, mark your calendars. What day did Detroit become a city? What time does the Detroit people... what time do the sun set in Detroit? 2024, January. In January 2025, the sunset in Michigan was around 5:45. Okay, that's 2025. In January 2024, what time do the sun set? The time the sun set, okay, they said, okay, hold on. I must have didn't say. They're saying, in January 2024, in Detroit, what time do the sun set? You can check websites like Time Date for sunset and sunrise. Sunset times, let me see. Sunset, okay. Sunrise and set times in the city of Detroit, January 2024. I just want her found because everyone's coming up with the stories and nobody has her. The media says anything about that. They found her yet. Exactly. Well, we all want her found. Everybody want her found. I mean, you know, you want a cake, but I mean, you got to have the ingredients. You can't just say cake and then there's cake, right? Right, Markel? You know, I mean, hey, they're not going to come and say, we did this to this child. You can hang that up. It says, okay, 8 a.m. the sunrise, and then 5:13 p.m. the sunset. So they lying. And if you lying, they said only thing you have to do is peel off the top layer, and this is what they should do. I'm just telling y'all. They should say, look, you lied on the stand. You said it was sunlight. 1 to 2 hours, y'all sat there. Okay, if you made it back to the shop, because you have to make it back to the shop to get the car. And then two people have to drive the car. One got to drive the car that they're giving back, which is the Jaguar, and somebody got to drive the car that we're going to take coming back. Okay? And then the girl, which is King's sister that was on the stand, said, oh no, it was still sunlight. So that's 7 o'clock. But remember, King had to be back in the house by 9. So it's 7 o'clock. So it couldn't have been King that helped him. Okay? So you guys, you can dismiss King because King got to be back in the house by 9 o'clock. So 7 o'clock, the girl was still alive. All right, we breaking some stuff down. 7 o'clock, they make it back to the shop, which is a 45-minute drive. So 8 o'clock, they back to the shop, and King can go home and be home by 9 o'clock. Okay? Give or take, he's got 1 whole hour to dibble and dabble and get his butt in the house. Because he's on tither. You guys understand that? So dismiss King. Remember, I even said King no more. What King know was they was planning on picking that girl up, and King helped him pick her up, and he don't want to be about that. So King is out. Exactly. King is out. So I'm just letting you guys know. This is why we have these conversations, so we can talk about things. put some things in perspective, get the facts of what time sunset, sunrise, who said what, when they said it, how they said it. If you looked at the preliminaries and everything, you guys know what I'm talking about. If you don't, we chat about it. If you don't know, let me know, and I'll tell you what I can remember. And there's always somebody in the chat that knows way more than what I know, and they will put it up, or you can always call 316-553-3056. And you can chat live and let everybody know. If it's too much to put in the chat, you can call. I hope everyone had a great day. Exactly. And that's what I want to know. Who really has the facts? This is why we go through it when we go through it. We go through the hours, the times, the dates, who said what was a lie, what was not a lie, who can put themselves there. And not only that, they did not tell us. They told us the motel that he went and got, but they don't got no pictures of the little girl being at the motel, checking in with him, or a camera or something citing her at the motel. But they did say that Jarvis got him a motel room. Okay? He got him a motel room. So he didn't bring this little girl home with him. Like I said, I don't think he has a home. I believe Jarvis lives with his girlfriend. He's just not saying he lived with her. But I believe he lives with her. Her aunt knew all the time she was going with her name because she said she had all the passwords to her account in the apps she was on can always be seen on her phone and tablet. What did King know? King know that he got they got some alcohol. What was his motive? Probably the little girl's pregnancy. That was the motive. Because if she had the baby, she would always have money. Because she can tell who the daddy is. She didn't have to tell nobody who the daddy. He would know he the daddy. And the minute she say, I got a baby, and it's by this man, they going to say, you got pregnant at 13. He would have to leave Shannon alone. And then, Shannon got something to lose, and Jarvis got something to lose. But he did. Okay, now, check this out. Let's talk a little bit, you guys. Let's talk a little bit. So we done excluded King. I told y'all I wish I would have just came on here and just talked to y'all and let you see my face. And then right now, we would have had 60, 70 people on in here, and we would have this conversation. But nevertheless, they going to miss it. That's on them. God bless them. But here's the thing. Now, he not only got a room, he also went over to his other baby mama house and used her car. Okay, so who was driving? Can Ziyah drive? Can she drive? So he used his baby mama's car. So he called her up and he used his baby's mama's car. So could King have made sure to take them over to his baby's mama's house? He could have done that. So he can get the car. He called her up and said, hey, I need to use your car. I need to take my son somewhere. And the baby mama, his other baby mama, said, yeah. She said, that's too much baby mama car. Yes, I say let forensics handle it because they're going to get down to the nitty gritty. No, forensics is going to handle it. But I guarantee you forensics is going to leave out a lot of stuff. But what was said in the preliminary, you can pretty much figure out if there was somebody else involved. We're trying to figure. We already know he did it. I mean that's just a given, okay? So that's neither here or there. We're trying to figure out like who helped and who assisted this person, because since he's not going to tell on himself, maybe they can make a deal with who probably don't want to go to jail for assisting. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then when you're looking at big time, maybe you will tell where this baby is at. And forensics is not going to sit there and say, okay, baby mama, we found out that guess what? The little girl came and she drove one car or woo-doo-woo-doo-woo. Okay? A lot of baby mamas. Exactly. He stayed among the women. He didn't have a place. I know. Exactly. Y'all starting to see it. I ain't seen no video of her on camera at that hotel. I ain't either. Because inquiring minds wants to know. I know, but they said it in the preliminaries, though. Markel, you are on it. You are on it. Miss King says, in return, the blue car damaged the next day. Okay, so who drove them over there to pick up the blue car? You've got Ziyah and you got Jarvis together. It's after 7 p.m. And remember, the baby mama said it was daylight. She said it was daylight. So, was it planned? Or, okay, so take a look at this real quick, you guys. Assisted. Exactly. Her aunt could have been assisted. Because what if they, and I'm just going to shoot this out there. Because we all can be right and we all can be wrong. Karen's right. He had a suitcase when he came out, but no Ziyah. Dang it. I have not seen that, Carla. I have not seen it. Get baby mama in it. She'll have a puzzle piece daylight. She said daylight when he got the car. That's what she said. So they must have had already King grabbed the car. They planned to get rid of this. They knew. See, that's what I wanted to know. Like, we can always make the assumption, like, oh, he did it by himself. There's no way he could have done it by himself. They planned this. I seen it on a live. Oh, okay. You know, they just lied in court, for real. Everyone knows they just want them to own up to it. Yeah. The cousin was on a video and she stated it. Okay. I got you. So they did all of this activity all in one day. Okay, fixed the Jag, went back and forth, picked up Ziyah, went to the liquor store, went back to the shop. He said, we went back to the shop. Not saying that what he's saying is true. They could have picked up the car. But King excluded himself out of that car thing. King said that they went back to the shop and then, you know, that was it. But somehow, the baby mama with the blue car said that Jarvis picked up the car. Somebody had to been driving. So, that's probably why they didn't. And remember, Ziyah's glasses was found the little boy was playing with Ziyah's glasses in the car, and the mama took the glasses off the little baby the next day and was like, whose glasses is these? And Jarvis said, those are my son's glasses, and snatched them. So I think the baby mama was telling the truth about that. She says there's a video. Oh, man, I would love to see that video. Zena said, hey, Miss King. Me either. Yes. Okay. So, but the baby mama said it was daylight. So did they go back to the shop right then? Or did they stop while King was in the car and Jarvis picked up the car, Ziyah got in the back seat, and King went on down to the shop or where he had to go. He went on. She said, wow, great to see you back doing content. Oh, yeah, Cardi K. Exactly. Separate. All of them truth will come out. cut a deal or play them against each other. Yeah, that's what they're going to have to do. That's what they're going to have to do. So, they could have picked up the... But still, it still would have been late. It still would have been dark. Because even when the one girl says, oh, they were there for about maybe 1 to 2 hours. Even if it was just 1 hour, it wouldn't have been 7 o'clock. It would have been 6. They said the sun starts setting at 5:13. Around 6 o'clock, it's dark. She said it wasn't dark. So, yes, who was driving? Okay, hold on. So the car was damaged the next day. So maybe Ziyah was driving. Ziyah don't know how to drive. And she tore up some stuff. Because I can't see a person that works on cars. They know how to back up, park cars, and all this other stuff. They love cars. They're very comfortable in a car. It doesn't matter who car it is. But this car was damaged. We got to find out, how did that car get damaged? And where did it get damaged? Who was driving the blue car? She said she didn't see who was driving. And Bryn said, who was driving? Who is this girl? I want to see the video too, Markel said. I want to see the video too. You're still here as well. Exactly. She not going nowhere, Cardi K. She said, I know. It was dark. Y'all, so we got a little bit into it today. It took us a while. We just had to shake off some stuff because we came on a little late. We come on at 3 p.m. Central Time, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You guys know. We came in at 5 today. It is 7:16. Who was the jealous girl in this crowd? Shannon's the jealous girl. Shannon is the jealous girl. That's the baby mama. She got 5 kids by this man. She's the auntie. Well, that's probably why the car got damaged. She probably drove the car and she damaged the car. Ziyah. Because Ziyah's glasses was in the back seat. But why would her glasses be in the back seat? Because you don't drive from the back seat. Why would her glasses be in the back seat? Bryn said King. Yeah, you're right. It could be King. Okay, Bryn. I feel you. You know what? I wasn't even thinking about that. King was driving. It could, but why do you figure King was driving? Because, yeah, you're right. It could be King. You're right. It could be King. But we remember the girl's glasses was in the back seat. Remember King said that after they dropped the mother-in-law car off, they went back to the shop to count and split the money, and he couldn't stay long because he needed to be home by 9. Exactly. But remember, okay, they said the sister, the aunt of King's kid said the money, they had to go get some money from the ATM. They was there for about an hour and a half. So it's you know what I'm saying? They just wasn't in and out the house. She said it still was daylight. It was no daylight. Because we did the time already. It couldn't have been daylight. I'm just saying. And even if they picked up the car from... King was probably driving his car. And Jarvis could have... He went in to his baby mama house, got the keys, got in the car... And Ziyah probably got in the back seat. And they went back to the shop. Because King was driving his car. They wasn't driving Jarvis's car to the AutoZone. Because they did ask the sister, King drive a 300. Chrysler 300. They cute too. Okay. It's starting to make sense. She said, figure it out. It's easy. I'm glad that you guys rocked it with me. We'll come on Wednesday. We'll talk about it a little bit more Wednesday. All right, you guys. I'm going to have to think on some of this stuff here. It was good. It was good. Good. I really did. I'm glad we got into it. We had to ease on into it. She said, let's see. Let's see what? She said, figure it out. It's easy. Let's see. Brand, see what? She said, okay. See what? How she know? Y'all need to get some information and come on and let's put this together. She said, okay. Let's put this together. Think about what all was said. Carla said, hit that like button. We're going to come on Wednesday. What is Wednesday anyway? Yeah, it's going to be the 12th. It'll be all right. I do got to work, but I sure do want to see the video because it's crazy. But for real, this all could have been avoided if they would have called the police on Jarvis, but the day one, period. Fact. I'm going to replay while I cook. I love your commentary. All right. At the beginning, we was just chit-chatting. Getting off into it, and then we started trying to break it all down. But, yeah, I'm going to tell you, it's about 30 minutes of chit-chat. But, yeah, replay it. We will. The cousin was doing all the talking, and after the video, she stopped talking after she talked to the aunt. It all. Wow. We're going to get back into it Wednesday, you guys. I'm going to see you guys here at 3. I'm definitely going to rest, and I'm going to set my alarm, and I'll be here on time. I promise you that. But because we're only going to stay on for an hour because I do got to go to work. But we will be here at 3. If you learn anything, tell me. Just tell me so we can put it in the equation and get it right, you guys. It ain't no secret. SP, remember a movie called Precious? Yeah. The mother was jealous of the daughter. Yeah. I think there could be some jealousy there. You know, but the sister said she stayed home and the grandmother wasn't at the home and the kids have to come from school, so I can't see Shannon not being there at the home. Y'all, I'm just saying. So we're going to talk about this Wednesday, 3 p.m. Central Time. I'll see you guys there. All right. Have a good one. All right, you guys. Bye-bye.